The girl is beautiful, probably the most beautiful girl you've ever seen, but she seems sad or afraid. She is caught, trapped in some sort of bubble. There's someone standing by her, someone dark. Evil! She looks towards you and calls, Astyanax! Astyanax! And then you wake up. You are Astyanax, a 16-year-old student at Greenview High, and you haven't had a whole lot of sleep lately. A beautiful girl has been invading your dreams, along with something sinister. She's being held captive. You're not sure where. All you know is you're running late for algebra and can't worry about strange fairy tales. As you head home from school later that day, the questions of this morning appear again in your mind. Who is that girl, and who is keeping her in a bubble? You're so lost in thought, you barely notice the sky change colors and the sun become a blinding ball of purple fire, and then everything goes black. Hello everyone, and welcome to Let's Play Astyanax. But first, more introduction. So yeah, there's a rough story. Boy has dreams involving princess. Fairy kidnaps him basically to save said princess, and he cannot go back until, she's free. Because only the princess can send him back, and he has to save the princess. Go Team Fairy, cutie. It's just weird. So anyway, let's talk about this game a bit. Side-scrolling, mostly. There are some vertically scrolling stages, too. But basically, you're this dude, you walk around with an axe. You get a power-up, the axe will change into a spear and then a sword, or back and forth again if you prefer one or the other. Anyway, you walk around, you jump, you crouch, and you have a few magic spells. You have this little fireball, you have a lightning bolt, and you have a time stop spell. Fireball just kind of lobs a ball of fire, as expected. Lightning Bolt hits everything on screen once, and Time Stop stops time. I think it's called Bind, but you know. Anyway, use those by pressing up and B, and I will wait. Another thing you'll want to notice is the PW gauge, the power gauge. You notice that every time you swing, it depletes down to 0. The more full that is, the more powerful your swing is. So it behooves you not to rapid fire like this, and let it charge up between strokes. Ah. Yeah. Ah, my timing's off. This is going to be a long game if I can't even do this right. You beat on those to get power-ups, and that increases your power gauge just a little bit, a little claw thing. And yes, now we down those skeletons 2 hits. But yeah, this is a pretty standard platforming thing. There's that. And you notice you have a life gauge and a spell gauge. If I could remember where all the plants were, this would be better, wouldn't it? And duck. And there is your weapon change. Okay, your spear. The spear is weaker than the axe. And the spells are... Let's explain that a little bit. I'll pause here. Like as you have an axe, you start out with the axe, you upgrade to a spear, and then you upgrade to a sword. The axe is middle of the road in the 3 main categories. Weapon power, magic points used, and magic power when used. In other words, it's going to do middle of the road and everything. Your spells are going to be middle tier. You're going to use a middle tier amount of points to use spells, and it's going to swing for medium amount of damage. The spear is the light end of each. It uses less magic to do what it does, but it has weaker magic and weaker attacks. So if you like flinging around magic spells like nobody's business, this is a great weapon. However, you're going to find yourself lacking in many other areas. The sword, on the other hand, is the big one of them all, and I'm just getting absolutely beaten to a pulp out here on the first stage. Okay, red bottle, partial life refill. Man. Come on. We should be coming to the mid-boss soon here. Yep, there he is. This guy is going to beat me unless I do this. Yep, he beats me. So there's what happens with death, and you begin at the beginning of the stage. Let's try this with a little less failure this time, huh? Come on. Notice you keep the power up, the gauge power up. Handy. That didn't increase it anymore, because you've already gotten it. Let's not fight all that. Never gonna. Don't have a choice here, and I'm still getting beaten up very badly. flint. We want the spear, because the spear upgrades to a sword. I'm not doing so good. Oh, full! It gave me a full health this time. The blue is full. Very handy. Oh, come on! I wasn't that close to the edge. Maybe I won't need to use magic on this guy. But I will anyway. And take it now. Finally. And now we face the actual boss of this. He's not actually that difficult, but I'm still gonna... And then this guy's not exactly difficult once you knock him off his mount. He'll just kind of walk into your attacks. Every now and then he'll do that. And he's dead. So, cutscene time! So yeah, apparently we are Superman, or something along those lines, and we are going to cause massive problems for Blackthorn and all his lackeys. Blackthorn? Blackhorn, wow. I'm thinking of comic books now, and other games that I may or may not let's play in the future. Anyway, so, thus begins a let's play of Astyanax. And that's as close as I can come to figuring out how to pronounce this name. Don't yell too loud. It's a weird name. And I've never actually heard it said before. So anyway, I will do about one stage a video. Some of the stages are split up and I will, I'll round 2-1 will be its own video, 2-2 will be its own video, etc., etc. So anyway, take care, folks, and I will see you back for stage 2-1. Take care, folks. See you later.